Great friends, welcome you all. Greetings, gratitudes, salutations, congratulations, wishes, and prayers. Here we are to study the sublime Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana Shastra, the teachings about the truth by Vasishtha to Rama. We are taking a chance to study with full faith in Bhagavan Rama and Vasishtha and all the Guru Paramparas, Kripa, that as we are putting our efforts by giving our time, etc., they will be kind enough watching us, will bless us so that we are able to become qualified to understand the beautiful knowledge that is revealed in the Shastra. And that knowledge will redeem us of all our samsara bandhana. Okay. This Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana has got 6 prakaranas, 32,000 shlokas. Vairagya Prakarana, Mumuksha Vyavahara Prakarana, Utpatthi Prakarana, Sthiti Prakarana, Uvashama Prakarana, and the Nirvana Prakarana. By God's grace, Vairagya, Mumuksha Vyavahara Prakaranas we have done. We are studying Utpatthi Prakarana, 122 sargas. In the 42nd sarga, we are started yesterday. It is the Leelopakhyanam in this, Bhranti Vichara Varnanam in this, Sri Rama questions, Vasishthaji is answering. Then in the Leelopakhyana, Leela Saraswati are at the palace of Raja Viduratha in that Antapura. Mother Saraswati blesses Viduratha also with the Tattva Jnana. Very beautiful text with our mind, intellects prepared with Ekagrata, Shuddhata, Shraddha, Bhakti. When we really understand them, you can see. And the ones who this way study Shruti Smurti Purana Itihasa Shastras and knows the position of Bandha, Moksha, Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, Ityadi, he is a true Hindu and Sanatana Dharmi. Not just by claiming I am Hindu, not by becoming sentimentally. And by the way, the crores of Hindus who, with their own so much of ignorance and sentiments, claim themselves to be Hindus, funny fellows. Imagine if they are truly studying the Shastras, how thousandfold true Hindus they will become. Powerful Hindus they will become with the power gained from the authentic knowledge of Shastra. तो बिना शास्त्र पढ़े हमारे हिंदू इतने मस्त मजेदार है, अगर पढ़ ले शास्त्र तो कितने ताकतवर होंगे वो लोग. वाह, I feel everyone who feels sentimentally Hindu, let him be intellectually also Hindu by studying Shastras and knowing how glorious is our knowledge, our cultures, our traditions and all. Big subject it is anyway. So here we are, 42nd Sarga, Bhranti Vichara Varnanam. Let's give 2-3 minutes to bring our minds to focus and tune to the Gurus through these invocatory mantras. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि समस्त योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणादि शास्त्राणाम् आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्माद् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्माद् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन्न शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। वसिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने भ्रांति विचार वर्णनं नाम द्विचत्वारिंशः सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Remember friends, Krishna, whether it is the knowledge regarding values, regarding outer duties, professions, swadharmas, or regarding yoga, bhakti, jnana, the knowledges received have to be digested and owned by properly duly involving in manana chintana. We have to involve ourselves in this knowledge till the knowledge enters into us, and we have to involve in the knowledge through practice till we evolve in our life. That is our responsibility. Saddest thing today, habituated to watching hours together the cell phones and TVs and all movies, the glorious great grand moksha giving satsangas which we listen from our acharyas, we listen to them also, just like we watch the cinema TV, which is just an entertainment where we have nothing to do. Most unfortunate thing. Anna? No, it's not the way. Every topic that's discussed has to be digested by ourselves through the required manana chintana. And that knowledge you have to live for redemption. Only then the moksha comes, not by any other means. Think again and again. Yeah, it's tough because we made it tough. The Bhagavan is so far away because we have gone away very far from him by our choice. Naturally, to come back to him, we have to put those due efforts. Yeah, take it as inspiration. Don't get frustrated or don't get disturbed or distracted or disappointed. And always the Lord is with us. Even when we have forgotten him, when we start remembering him and trying to do sadhanas, definitely he is with us more. And whenever All tests come, trials come, He is only just making us more stronger and powerful, like the small child not able to walk. He slowly starts walking. A little support given by the father or parents, and they'll give the support. Not to make the child fall, but to make him stand on his feet. When you teach cycling also, you leave that fellow, he'll fall. Not to make him fall that you leave him, but to make him learn to be independent to ride the bicycle. So to the Lord gives us all tests and challenges to make us stand on our own feet of doing sadhana. Because if something is given on arms or gifts, it's not so joyful. When we ourselves create it, the joy is multifold. So to the Adhyatmika sadhana, when we know and do, the joy is million times more than it is given in beggary. Bhagavan doesn't want us to become beggar. He says as much you are supposed to earn your livelihood in the world outside, for which all the food I put outside and have given all abilities to you, but not the food in your nest. So to have provided you all abilities inside, all facilities outside. Like the livelihood is earned, you earn your own moksha. Think about it. Here we are, third Sarga, Utpatthi Prakaranam, 42nd Sarga, Vaashishtha Rama Samvada, BHRANTHI VICHARA VARNANAM Leelopakhyanam. Okay, yesterday we saw up to the Shloka Sankhya, only 4. Today from 5th we see. But the topic, the 4 shlokas and 2 minutes if we see, we'll become aware of what is being discussed. Bhagavan Vasishtha ji says, Yahatu abuddhamatihi moodhaha. The one whose mati is not awakened to the reality, therefore deluded. Then rudho na vidate pade. That reality which is all pervading, the one is not rooted in it through the meditational experiences for him. So not established in the experience, not single pointedly trying to establish in the experience, nor at least intellectual knowledge, the one who has got about the truth. For such abuddha and mudha. For such people only, idam jagat vajrasaram asti asadeva tat. Though from the reality standpoint, the jagat absolutely asat, but for him it appears to be absolutely real, like the vajrasara. As real like vajra diamond, strong. Here vajra example is given to tell that as true, as real, and in the truth and reality as strong as a diamond for an ignorant person this world. मूढ़ अज्ञानी को ये जगत जैसा एक वज्र कठिन जो दिखता है जिसको आप तोड़ नहीं सकते, उसी तरह जगत सॉलिड रियलिटी लगता है, उसको कोई तोड़ नहीं सकता. ही इज इन दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग डेल्यूशन. किसके लिए? द वन हू हैज नॉट नोन द रियलिटी. When the one who knows the reality realizes it, already the world is torn and broken because he knows the substratum alone is seen as this world. तो यह तो अबुद्धमति ही मूढ़ वितते पदे न रूढ़ तस्य इदम जगत वज्रसारम अस्ति असदेव तत्. Though really it is asat, but it is as real as vajra for the ignorant fellow. Okay. To prove this, 3 famous examples are given. And in that example, the Vasishtha ji uses the technique of extension to prove how this Kalpita Jagat alone is the Hetu for all dukkha till death, only to restart with the new Janma. He gives example of Yatha Balasya, for a child, Vetale. In that Vetala, in that stone, Asadeva Sadakaram. Though it is never existing, but it is there as if he feels. And that fixation in his mind about the presence of Vetala, nobody in the house able to remove. Okay, and he's day in and day out afraid of it. He's in variety of hymns and fancies that the Vedala has come near. He has lifted his hands and has shown his tongue and read his eyes, and he will imagine one after the about other of that Vedala, which is never there. Till what time he does it? See the answer? Yatha balasya Vedale asadeva sadakaram. Up till what time and giving what? Giving atyanta dukkhadaha. goes on giving dukkha, dukkha. Till what time? See the most painful thing, mruti pariyanta. Not the Vetala mruti, because Vetala is never there. These fellows' mind is conditioned by that Vetala's reality, that he will get shiverings, he becomes frightened, itna fever, bukhar, aakar uchod chodge. Suddenly one moment, the Vetala attacked me with this feeling, he just dies only. So the never existing Vetala gave so much dukkha to the child and made him even die also because he took it as real. In the same way, tatha mudhamate jagat. So too for a deluded you and I, if we don't pursue the reality, the jagat appears or taken by as real and gives going on giving us dukkha till when? Till mriti paryant. This is the similar thing as we are studying in all our morning texts. Very sublime thought. See, thought. Whether it is Gita, the second chapter, Nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavaita shanti rashantasya kuta sukham, or यदा चर्मवदाकाशम वेष्टेष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवम अविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति. Same here. What is it? Tatha mudamatir jagat. Means what? This jagat, reality given to it by a mudhamati who has not known the reality, till the death he will be taking this jagat as real and getting lost in it. Therefore, to avoid the dukkha and to avoid the dukkha which is otherwise going to come about the mrityu, even to avoid the mrityu, what this mudhamati has to do? He should become sanmati. From a deluded intellected, he'll have to become the one who is fully established in the truth by experience, before which he has to do sadhana, before which he'll have to understand the truth through the listening and studying of Shastras. Tatha Modhamater Jagat. So, what the millions of people that are dying every day, observe them. Till the death, they only took this world as real and went on pursuing it, becoming miserable, 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 till death he died. Whereas a Jivan Mukta who has known the reality, all dukkhas have gone from him, is established in the self. What happens is the body, after its pararabdha, perishes, with which he is already detached at the time of his realizing Aham Brahmasmi. Now, dukkha is there to him at that very moment. Therefore, how can that dukkha will be there to him till the death? And there is no death at all to him. He is already eternal, immutable reality. The body, which was a part of Prarabdha made out of Panchamahabhutas, goes back into Panchamahabhuta. That's it. So, Jnani is Drishti, Ajnani is Drishti. Mudhamati is Drishti. So, Yatha Balasya Vetale Mritiparyanta Dukkadaha Asadeva Sadakaram Tatha Mudamater Jagat. Example 1. Second example, Tapa eva yatha vari mruganam brahmakaranam asatyameva satyabham tatha mudamater jagat. See, tatha mudamater jagat continuously in every sloka. Same for a mudamati about this jagat, the reality given. Here the second example is of mruganam, for the deers, etc. Brahmakaranam, the hetu for their brahmana wandering from one place to the other is tapa eva yathavari. By delusion, with delusion, because of delusion, they are seeing that sunlight as the water. Like it's why it's called as Murgatrishna. As I explained to you very pictorially yesterday, depicted, remember that? That the deer Jhund is there in the center, then lot of sand things that are there around, sun is reflecting, appearing to be the waters. तो deer thought पानी उधर है, गया तो उधर नहीं है, वहां से देखा तो उधर पानी दिख रहा है. It ran there. It is there also no water, no water, no water. Going on, running, running, not getting even a drop of water. Finally, increased in their thirst and tired because of running, running, they die even early. Then otherwise they die if they don't chase those never existing waters. Tapa eva yathavari mruganam brahmakaranam. And that is asatyameva satyabham. Though the water is never there, but there and real and it can quench my thirst. In this notion, those deers run there only to die. Tatha mudamater jagat. Such a sublime thought it is that Thou does not realize reality, the Mudamati and I, taking this Mrugatrishna Samana Jagat as real, running to own it, possess it, and acquire it, aggrandize it, involve in it, indulge in it, and through that trying to get the Shashwata Sukha, trying to get the moksha, trying to get the ananda, etc. Only one certain thing will happen in all these efforts, that we just die one day, carrying the load of all ajnana, vasana, samskara, only to be born somewhere else to continue the same natak. हाँ, that हिंदी सॉन्ग इज देयर नो, थोड़ा सा अलग है मीनिंग, सडन याद है. बस्ती बस्ती पर्वत पर्वत गाता जाए बंजारा, लेकर लेकर चित्त का ये पूरा पोट लिया फॉल वासना. यहाँ गाता जाए की जगह रोता जाए. ये बस्ती बस्ती के लोक लोका, पर्वत पर्वत मीन्स घर घर और योनि योनि. He'll go from one loka to the other, one yoni to one yoni, other yoni, only to cry, carrying his load of all these vasanas, ajnana. Remember from yesterday what I brought today when I slept yesterday night, morning when I got up, I brought only my ajnana and my vasanas. With that only whole day I have lived. Tonight when I sleep, very intactly, I keep that ajnana and vasanas within me. Tomorrow again I'll open the portly. I live with the life of ignorance and delusion. Ignorance not knowing my essential self, delusion taking myself to be whatever my vasanas were there with which I slept. If I slept as doctor, I continue getting up. I get up and continue as doctor, an actor, a collector, a collector, a Babaji, Babaji. Same way, before death, whatever the load of nonsense I carry and die, with that only I'll be born next. See the delusion that we are not understanding it, or we are not trying to realize the reality. The power of delusion is that it doesn't allow us to realize that we are deluded. माया का ये महाशक्ति है कि हमें जानने नहीं देता कि हम माया में फंसे, है ना. You know, like your own friends and some of the relatives, etc., love you so much that they don't make you realize that behind their love there is extreme selfishness and poison are there, which they hide, and very sweetly they talk only to take away your time and take your help only. Isn't it? Like today's all business world, all the offers they give, all the tokens they give, all the values they give, all variety of incentives they give, only to loot your money. Not that they really love, only a spiritual fellow will love. Others only are selfish. Only those who realize the self, he sees self everywhere. Of him only the love is pure. बाकी सारे ऐसे धोखा. In the same way. So, exhaustive explanation given for the second example also, through the second example also, Mrugatrishnika. Yesterday and today, so to this life and next life, delusion is so powerful that it doesn't allow us even to know the delusion. We are in delusion. Even if you know, it says no, being in delusion is very good. Don't go to that Swami's classes. Don't listen to those Upanishads and Vedanta. No, no, no means no. That mind brings all sentiments, emotions, obligations, and sense of duties and important things. ऐसे क्यों सब जाके क्लास में बैठते रहो जब घर में रिश्तेदार आए तो. See the way the wife blackmails the husband. अरे गधा भैंस, रिश्तेदार किसने बुलाया उसको? Why should he come? I am busy in my tattva jnana. But this man has no ability to tell that to her. Yeah, you are right. And that fellow calls a Babaji and tells, आप ना 3 दिन क्लास बंद करना क्योंकि मेरे घर में रिश्तेदार आए. If this Babaji dependent on that fellow, he does that only. You अब क्या शब्द यूज करना है इस तरह के delusion के लिए? Then you see how arrogant we are, how misuse our intellect to justify all these worldliness. This is called delusion. बिठा उस रिश्तेदार को भी क्लास में. सुनो मैं आई गेट आउट ऑफ माई हाउस. आई हैव नो रिलेशन, नो नथिंग. यू कम एंड देयर इज नो क्लास. तो क्लास के टाइम तो मेरे साथ बैठ. ऐसे कहोगे तो फिर हम आपसे तोड़ेंगे नाता. अरे नहीं तो भगवान से तोड़ोगे क्या नाता आप? फॉर द सेक ऑफ द लोअर यू गिव अप द हायर. This is a delusion. Practically, it's happening every day. Every moment we are in delusion. If you have not understood, we are in delusion. Isn't it? Think. Third example. Yatha swapna mrutirjantoho asatya satyarubini. Like in the swapna, I died. It is asatya, but really satya rupini only it appears. And I died and everybody cried and everything is done there. Then after that time, अब क्या करें? जाके लेके जला के अभी आ गया. अब कुछ करने का नहीं, इसलिए we wake up from the dream. देखा तो अलग हूँ मैं. You can't share this to anybody to tell say यार कभी कभी सपना सच होना चाहिए. They will say यथा स्वप्न मृतिर जंतो हो असत्या though is unreal satya rupini. Janto means his own death or anybody else dying. You not only we die, somebody else also dies. But else somebody else's death से भी हमारा death का example ज़्यादा powerful है. ठीक है? It's only a dream that I died. So too, I the self, the eternal, immutable, unborn, undying. But oh, I'm dying. Fear say, really we die. Wherein we don't die only. But the fear is there. We feel. If you are not a reality, the upadhis, every moment you are dying. If you are the reality, you never die. Now, yatha swapna mrutir jantoho asatya फिर भी सत्य रोपणी अर्थ क्रियाकरी भाति. Artha kriyakari bhat means what? The artha is the outcome of that everybody starts becoming miserable. And the kriyakari is what? They do the remaining kriyas also. Arthakari means appears to be meaningful. That I died and everybody became miserable or all that. Kriyakari means what? It makes all of them do whatever is to be done after somebody dies. So I never died, yet I felt in the dream I died. And others felt the artha out of it. Artha means some outcome of it. Kriya means the subsequent actions. Okay? Like in Swapna, another example, accident ho gaya. Then Arthakari is so much pain and misery and admitted to the hospital. Kriyakari is the doctors treating, etc. I am going through all medication. Accident ही नहीं हुआ वहां. पेन दुख कहाँ से होगा? ट्रीटमेंट कहाँ होगा? बट is it not really experienced that I was driving properly? I stopped at the लाल बत्ती, पीछे वाला आकर ठोक दिया. All that we feel it. Millions of dreams every day coming, giving us the experience as if they are real. But from the Jagrat Drishtikona, it is never real. Okay, so the third example is Swapna. Swapna Mriti an example. Then Mrugatrishnika Mrugam Mriti, second example. Then Bala Vetala Bhaya Bala Mriti. All three are Mriti examples. Because that's the most frightening thing for one person about the death. When the death itself is delusion in that way proved, then the other things won't bother us. I never die, I am Brahman. Brahman never dies. Reality never dies. And that which dies is never reality. Therefore, there is no death. सत्य मरता नहीं, जो मरता है सत्य नहीं है. अब इतना पकड़ लो ध्यान. दिस ज्ञान 24 घंटे we have to meditate. Only one thought. Reality never dies. That which dies is not real. So I am the reality, I never die. And that dies is not me. One thought, even if it is strengthened in us, all fear is gone. Only one more thing remains, that deathless, birthless, changeless, imperishable, immutable experience of that me. Become introverted to realize it. अंतर्मुख होकर ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुस्सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. रियलाइज इट. देखो भैया क्या इस सत्संग में कोई झूठ बोल रहे, कोई हमें दुख देने वाली बात कह रहे? सच बोल रहे, हमारे सारे दुखों से मुक्ति दिलाने वाले बातें कह रहे. Then why this ego is not listening? Why this intellect is not understanding? Why this mind is not loving and liking this? this knowledge. Why the body and senses are saying, let's not go for it, let's go somewhere else. And if somebody else does it, okay. Being in India, born Sanatana Dharmi hokar, how can a Sanatana Dharmi be anybody other than sadhaka, anybody other than yogi, जिज्ञासु, मुमुक्षु? कैसे हिंदू भोगी हो सकता है यार? कैसे हिंदू अज्ञानी हो सकता है? मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आता. नहीं हो सकता, होना नहीं चाहिए. Then next fourth example. अव्युत्पन्नस्य कनके कानके कटके यथा कटकज्ञप्तिरेवास्ति न मनागपि हेमधीः. So avyutpannasya kanake, the one who has not awakened to the substratum, the gold. The one who is not awakened to the substratum, the gold. Where? Kanake katake, in the golden bangle bracelet. Yatha, just like, is the whole thought, whole discussion is about kataka gnaptireva asti. His gnapti is about the kataka, the bangle, the bracelet only. Na banagapi, even a vibit also, hemadhihi, his attention will be on the hema, the gold. The one who is not awakened to the gold, when he is seeing the golden bracelet, his whole drushti is only on the bracelet, not even a wee bit on the gold. Here the sublime thought is what? That kataka on which our drushti is there is never existing without its substratum, the hema, the gold. First point. Second is, what you are seeing is hema only, but that you are not recognizing. What is never there is the kataka, that only you are seeing. It is your choice. Your choice born out of your own ignorance of the self or the swarna or hema and projection of the kataka. Because of my projecting kataka on the hema, hema never became kataka and kataka never became real. Hema is remaining as hema always. Hema means suvarna, means gold. Isn't it? Because I projected the bracelet on the gold, gold never ceased to exist, never the bracelet became real. These many thoughts are there in this one example. Yatha avyutpannasya kanake, the one who is not awakened to kanaka, in which kanake katake, in the kanaka kataka, yatha, just like to him, kataka gnaptireva asti. His whole attention, knowledge, relating is only with the kataka. Kataka is bracelet and balance, and that bangle, at the very same time, na managapi hemadhihi. उनके दृष्टि उस स्वर्ण पे जाता ही नहीं. Example 4. Okay, tatha. From these 4 examples, what is to be learned? Tatha agnyasya. For the one who is not awakened to the substratum, the reality. For him, pura agara naga nagendra bhasura yam drishyadruk eva ast. For an ajnani, to him only pura, the town, agara, the house, the naga, means all the elephants, nagendra, the serpents, all this way, bhasura iyam drushya, fully, brightly, blazingly, brilliantly seen. The projected world of these things alone is seen by him. Iyam drushya druk eva asti, natu asyam paramartha druk. Nor he will be able to realize the paramartha. In the same way, the one who has seen the paramartha vastu, to him is nagara, agara, naga, nagendra, bhasura, drushya jagat is never there to him. Overpowered by the delusion of the bracelet, the substratum gold is not seen. So to overpowered by the delusion of nagara, agara, ityadi, the substratum, the Brahman is not seen. Whereas without the Brahman, this whole nagara, etc. projection is never possible. Just like without the gold, where is the bracelet? Think, 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 think. Tatha agnyasya pura agara naga nagendra bhasura. Means all this. Pura agara naga nagendra bhasura means what? Entire the townships, the houses, the people, the animals, the roads, the movements, whatever is seen. Where are all of them? Projected on the reality only. Remove the Sadvastu from them, nothing remains, because when Sat is not there, it is Asat. And that Sat is Chit. That Sat Chit is cannot be objective. Therefore, it is me. And as me, when this Sat Chit is realized, then only whatever theoretically we are studying now will be realized by us, that the whole universe is me only from the Sat standpoint, from the Sat Chit Paramatma who is my own self. Other than it, there is nothing called as Drashta Drashya. Paramatma, quickly bless us to awaken to this truth, live only in this truth. Let us leave the delusion. Delusion created all the samsara. अपने हाथ में है. इच्छा प्रबल करो, संकल्प प्रबल करो, प्रतिज्ञा प्रबल करो, प्रार्थना प्रबल करो, शुरू करो. At least in the class. What is said, the reality, it is me, it's me, it's me. At least is half an hour in the class. If you do it, it's a good beginning of the class, morning, afternoon, evening, little. Naham jivasmi, naham devasmi, ham brahmasmi. Keep on doing, those Brahma samskaras will become stronger. करोगे नहीं तो करोड़ों जन्म तक होता ही नहीं. And in this करोड़ों जन्म, जीवोस्मि, देहोस्मि, that goes on strengthening. है ना? Think about it. Any examples? Now, fourth example is over. Fifth example. यथा नभसि मुक्ताली पिच्छकेशोण्ड्रकादयः असत्याः सत्यतां यातः भात्येवं दुर्दृशां जगत्. यथा, just like नभसि, in the akasha, muktali means the motiyon ka mala. Ali means sequence, mukta means motiyon ka mala. Okay, then pichha, pichha means the pincha of the peacock. Then keshondra means the the clouds or the akasha. In one angle, if you see, like the women, their big ball, they tie and put it like, उसको कहते keshondra. So the akasha looks like keshondraka or the more pankha or the sequence of the motiya. यथा नवसि मुक्तालिपिच केशोंड्रकादयः असत्याः, though they are never there, satyatam yata, taken as to be their real, but satyatam yata bhati evam, in this way, durdrusham jagat. Those who have not developed the spiritual vision, for them, in that spiritual reality truth only, this jagat is bhati seen. 5 examples are given. Child Betala example, Mrugam Mrugatrishna example, Swapna example, Kanaka example, then Akashe, Muktali Picha Keshaundraka example. With each of example, what is proved is what is seen is unreal, substratum is not seen. Because of substratum not seen, these things are projected. So too, for us, the entire me, the Jagat in front of me, are taken as real in my ignorance of the substratum. And I am suffering. So, yatha navasi muktali pichakeshondragadaya asatyaha satityam yataha bhati evam durudrusham jagat. Therefore, seeing the jagat, taking the jagat as reality, involving in it with so much of attachment, etc., is durdrusha, is a wrong vision, ignorant vision, delusory vision. मूढ़ दृष्टि है वो, सत्य दृष्टि नहीं है. This we are listening from 5 years, but not internalizing it, not taking it to our heart. What do you mean by taking it to our heart? Thinking for myself. I am taking myself with this Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi, and through Indriyas, I am seeing this world, taking the world as real, and how quickly in my mind Ragadveshas are formed, and how under the influence of the Ragadvesha, I am going on doing something. That something appears to be logical, meaningful, etc. All the part of delusion only. Internalizing is this. Then slowly reduce all that involvement, quieten the mind. Then turn inside and see the reality. Ah. Now, do you understand what is the meaning of the Utpatti Prakaranam? The Jagat is never Utpanna, but it's only Bhranti Kalpito. That is why it is not stable even a moment. And by our becoming miserable, by our millions of efforts put, the Jagat will never remain stable because it is never real at all. It has come only to go. Between coming and going, what happens is modifications. Therefore, the kings will come, the ministers will come. If they to uplift the world, when they go away, the others will pull down the world again. That's why the avatars have come, rishis have, मुनि have come. कोई भी जगत का उद्धार कर नहीं पाया. क्यों? क्योंकि है ही नहीं सत्य. तो हम भी नहीं करें क्या स्वामी? You do for the sake of अंतःकरण शुद्धि. Only one अंतःकरण शुद्धि we get while improving the world is that the world can never be improved. Let me improve myself. Isn't it? That's what I have realized. मेरा ये सत्संग करके किसी को फायदा नहीं हो रहा. कम से कम मैं फायदा उठाऊं करके अभी 2 मिनट पहले थॉट आया. Again I will forget it. Try to improve you. And you laugh at me and saying, स्वामी जी हम ऑलरेडी इम्प्रूव्ड हैं. कैसे आप हमको इम्प्रूव कर? हम ब्रह्मन है ऑलरेडी. Isn't it? मैं सोचा अरे यार सिर्फ मैं ही नहीं हूँ ब्रह्म. चल ठीक है मैं बनता हूँ. So in this way, think, think the reality. Aha. Next, okay, the mantra number 8 में भगवान here वशिष्ठ जी guides Rama. Listen carefully. Like this Swapna, though from the Jagra standpoint it's for 1.5 2 minute, 3 minute, but in the Swapna whole life गुजरता है. कभी कभी 2 3 generation. Okay. In the same way, this Jagrat also Swapna only. See, Mandukya Upanishad, the Gaudapada has read this Vaashishtha Ramayana, Yoga Vaashishtha exhaustively, and he summarized. He understood, he digested, he experienced, and in what simple way, if it can be told, the people of Kaliga can understand, he gave it to us in that way. All these we have studied in Mandukya. Huh? But we forgot. Again, when we study Mandukya, I will tell all these we studied in Yoga Vaashishtha, but we forgot. Why are you studying? To forget. Okay. So, Dirgha Swapnamidam Vishwam. This whole Vishwa is Swapna only, but little Dirgha, that's all. It runs into many, many lives. Till the reality is realized, this dream continues. Dirgha Swapnam Idam Vishwam. Vidhi, please come to know Rama. Ahamta Adi Sanyutam. The Ahamta means Aham. Then immediately, who am I? Aham Devosmi, Jivosmi, Indriyosmi, Manasmi, Buddhyasmi. Adi means, therefore, this is Aham. Then everything other than this is Idam. Then toward that Idam, I have either Raga or Dvesha or Prema or Kama or Krodha. Then accordingly, those type of activities, Kaya, Vacha, Mansa. So if I love you, in my mind, I send prayers for your goodwill, for your betterment. If I love you with my mouth, I talk very lovingly to you. If I love you, raga hai, so with the karmendriya's body, I do such actions which please you. And if I hate you, in my mind, I curse you. If I hate you with my mouth, I abuse you, insult you. If I hate you with my karmendriyas, I act to harm you. Who are you? The other than me. This you, other than me, and my ragadesha towards you, and the seat of the ragadesha called my mind, and the owner of my mind, this is I, the Jagar Purusha, Ahanta, all of them are Dirgha Swapna. Swapna only, little Dirgha, that's it. Dirgha Swapnam Idam Vishwam Vidhi Ahanta Adi Sanyutam. Okay, Artha Kriya Kari, that sentence very powerful, yaad rakh lena. Artha Kriya Kari means it makes us feel it is meaningful and it prompts us to do some or the other Kriya. As I told you, the world is, you are very good. That is my feeling. That is Arthakari. Then, therefore, I have to do these are these good reciprocations to you. That's called Kriyakari. And in the Dirgha Swapna, we go on continuing only. Dirgha Swapnam idam Vishwam Vidyaham Tadi Sayutam. Then the question comes. The other people, what is their position? Atra Anye Swapna Purushaha Yatha Satyaha Tatha Shrum. The other beings are Satya. Just like the other beings in the Swapna also are Satya. Now here, what is done, very ulta process than the Mandukya. In the Mandukya, Swapna is proved as unreal. Then we are told, like the Swapna, Jagrat is real, unreal. Here it is the other way around. The Swapna is proved as real because the Jagrat is real. It is the other way around. But then we say, अरे कैसे स्वप्न रियल है? हम कहेंगे अभी, not the Guru. अच्छा अच्छा, for you the Swapna is not real? Yeah, then the Jagrat also not real. Whether in that Mandukya or here, what is proved is on the substratum, वो Jagrat Swapna are kalpita. Here स्वप्न is real, that will be proved. हाँ स्वप्न रियल है. ये सुनकर एक घबरा जाता है स्टूडेंट. स्वप्न कहाँ से रियल है बाबा? नहीं है क्या? रियल नहीं है? तो वैसे ही जागृत भी रियल नहीं है. He says, why are you saying Swapna is not real? Because in Jagrat it is never there. Then in the Swapna is the Jagrat there? नहीं है. Then how can this be real? Real means that which should be there always. Na? Because you are rejecting the dream as unreal, because it is not found when you wake up, in the dream or the sleep, this Jagrat also is not there. Na? How can you give it reality then? अरे कभी click हुआ है हमको? Then you should get confused. Swami, then which is real? Jagrata or Swapna or Sushupti? Then the answer is none of these three. The conscious self, which is permeating all of them, supporting all of them, illuminating all of them, untouched by all of them, is only reality. That's the only reality, solid reality, permanent reality, ever eternal reality. Not knowing, seeing that, we only are projecting these three. See that the thousands and millions of waves dancing, Other than water, where is the wave? But do we see the waves? Waters? We only see wave. That's what he said now. Our mind is conditioned by the Kataka, therefore the Adhisthana Hema, we are not able to see. It's the problem is with us. हमारा दृष्टि अज्ञान का है, इसलिए हमें कल्पित जगत दिखता है. अब दृष्टिम ज्ञानमयं कृत्वा पश्येत ब्रह्ममयं जगत. What is the Jnanamayam? The Upanishad Jnanam, Tattva Jnanamayam. Krutva, that doesn't come only by listening once in a while in the class. After listening, contemplating within for days and months and years together, then that information sinks into become our knowledge. That knowledge we have to meditate and realize as experience. That is the meaning of Drishtim Jnanamayam Krutva. Then for us there is nothing other than Brahman. सब ब्रह्म है, उसके ऊपर जो दिख रहा है सब भ्रम है. ब्रह्म इज नॉट ब्रह्म, इज द ओनली रियलिटी. ऑन हिम एवरीथिंग अदर देन हिम इज ब्रह्म, बिकॉज इट इज ब्रह्म. इट इज नाइदर गुड नॉर बैड, neither wanted nor wanted. Good, bad and wanted, not wanted are all our projections, as we saw in the next text. After perceiving the world, it is a chitta which projects the goodness or badness, samichinata, asamichinata, on the seen objects in the mind, then creates ragadesha. Chit is not involved in it. Chit illuminates both the world that is there in your chitta vritis and your opinions about the world. Like you are in my chitta. My chaitanya illuminates you as a thought in my chitta. You are a good person, I respect you. That also चित्त का कल्पना है वो, जिसको the pure consciousness illuminates. कल को हमारा लड़ाई झगड़ा हो गया, then I don't respect you. That is in the chitta again, illuminated by consciousness, again untouched. Again other day I realized my mistake, that no, it was not so. I was wrongly informed. Then I said, I'm sorry, no. Reconcile. Again, that is also illuminated by consciousness. That also is a thought of the chitta. That's what we say in the shloka, our Lagvakya for meditation. Again, Dirgha Swapnam Idam Vishwam Vidhi Ahamta Adi Sanyutam. Aham Idam, अहंता से शुरू करके अहम इदम और इदम के प्रति राग द्वेष एंड थ्रू दैट वेरियस एक्शंस all this jagat is dirgha swapnam. Atra in this अन्ये others स्वप्न पुरुषाः यथा सत्याः तथा शृणु. How these people other than me are real, that I'll tell you with the example of swapna. Interesting, very good analysis. In dream also, when you propose or tell something to your wife, dream wife, she doesn't agree. She says, नहीं मेरा opinion अलग है. Whenever you want to go to cinema, she says, नहीं आज सत्संग जाएंगे. And you are intelligent, you want to come to satsang, you say, चल आज सिनेमा जाते. She says, नहीं मतलब नहीं, स्वामी जी के सत्संग ही जाएंगे. That's all. In dream also, who is she? Is she other than you in the dream? Is your son other than you in dream? Still वो वहां भी जवाब देता है. पापा तो आपको पता नहीं है. Anywhere you go, everybody says आपको पता नहीं, and you come to Baba. He is also says you don't know the reality. मैं अज्ञानी, so I can't become president of India. So imagine that scene of the dream, that there also your boss doesn't understand you. You are correct, you are honest. You are telling, he says नहीं, he is boss prestige. सबऑर्डिनेट का सत्य हो तो भी नहीं सुनना. He says no, I'll not. हैरान है हम. So there, in your own projected dream, the fellow other than you has his own opinions, his own priorities, his own choices, isn't it? In dream also, when you take that ice cream to your son from office home, he says, why did you bring butterscotch? I wanted to, whatever, I don't know example why. मेरे को दूसरा चाहिए, he says. I don't eat it. Every time you bring only that which I don't like. The fellow born in your own dream will not listen to you. He has his own opinions. If you can catch it. In dream also the traffic police catches you and you tell everything is there. He says, नहीं दिन में तुमने बत्ती लाइट क्यों जलाई? उसके लिए भी he'll put fine and you try to plead and tell him. He doesn't listen. बस उसको अगले दिन कहीं जाना है पार्टी में पैसे चाहिए बस. In dream also, yeah. Then you come home sweating, tired, again frustrated. Tell the wife that 100, 200 rupees which I had wanting to, have some party. He that police wala le liya. So there you are telling to your wife about the police who caught your money. He never left you. So that police wala, the one who was Ziddhi, took your money, and the wife, and you tell her who consoles you. All of them are in the chitta only. Are they not taken as somebody other than in the dream? देखो रहस्य पकड़ो, जिसने पकड़ा पकड़ लिया, इसी पल पकड़ो, नहीं तो कभी नहीं मिलेगा वो. What is it? In dream there is sense of difference on the waking mind about the police is different, the wife is different, and I am different. No, ये उल्टा बात है. सीधा बात क्या है? That state of ignorance or delusion in my mind where one waking mind is seen as three independent, that is called as dream. ड्रीम में ये नहीं होता, ये जब होता है उसको ड्रीम कहते. लाइक somebody says, हाँ यू आर बाबा जी, दैट इज व्हाई यू स्टडी शास्त्र. अरे मूर्ख, ऐसा नहीं है. बिकॉज आई स्टडी शास्त्र आई बिकम बाबा जी. इट इज अदर वे राउंड. No, it is God, therefore he does that. No, he does it, therefore he is called God. We always misunderstand, उल्टा घुमा के समझते हैं. A great person speaks truth. No, the one who speaks truth, he becomes great. So in the dream, all these happen. No, that state of ignorance, delusion, these happen, named as dream. सो जागृत अवस्था में ये सब होता है, नो, ये सब जहाँ होता है दैट्स कॉल्ड जागृत. सो दीर्घ स्वप्नम इदम विश्वम विद्धि अहंता आदि संयुतम. सो अहंता आदि संयुतम इदम विश्वम दीर्घ स्वप्नम इति विद्धि. अत्र अन्ये स्वप्न पुरुषाः यथा सत्याः तथा शृणु. In this waking world as other people, how they are real, how do they have their own opinions, arguments, quarrels. If this asatya, if it is projected, how each one has their own independence. Already half of it we explained, like in our own projected dream, how it happens. Think, other explanation ho gaya. In the dream also your neighbor is very ferocious, angry, arrogant one. Or in the dream also somebody, your friend is so close friend. But with the friend and his goodness, both are projection of your own waking mind, you yourself. Next, now to bring to us answer to this question, first he says about the presence of the reality. Then he starts explaining how asti sarvagatam shantam paramartha ghanam shuchihi achetya chinmatra vapuhu param akasham atatam tat sarvagam sarvashakti sarvam sarvatmakam swayam yatra yatra yathodeti tathaste tatra tatra vai. It's an infinite ocean of waters. Wherever the water Shakti wants to get manifested, it appears as a wave. That's it. So to the all-pervading Parabrahman, wherever its Maya Shakti wants, then this whole Jagat of you, me and others is just to project. When you reach the consciousness level, the water level, there are no waves to differentiate at all. So too, if you reach the consciousness level, in the Jagat, there is no world of you and me to differentiate at all. That is a summary. And here, like every of the Upanishad, which explains the indicatively the Parabrahma, है ना, तटस्थ स्वरूप लक्षणों से परमात्मा का निर्देश. Here also, सर्वगतम शांतम परमार्थगणम शुचि अचेत्य चिन्मात्र वपुः परमाकाशम आततम सर्वगम सर्वशक्ति सर्वम सर्वात्मकम स्वयं. 12 pointers are told. 10 minutes we'll see that. Then in that Paramatma only, wherever the Shakti of Paramatma wants to express, it will express as the Jagat. So see from the Paramatma standpoint, then you cease to identify with your individuality. When I cease to identify with my own individuality, the questions about somebody other than me, that also gets dissolved. ये है ट्रिक इसका. देखो हाउ मच विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. थोड़ा सबलाइम टॉपिक है तो धीरे धीरे हम समझ रहे. कभी कभी 10-10 श्लोक होंगे एक एक टेक्स्ट में, एक सर्गा, कभी 20 श्लोक, if it is only a story part. When this vicharana is there, then we try to understand at least 1%. That is our sincerity and effort. Seeing this, then the Lord is pleased. When He blesses, more and more deeper things we understand, we contemplate, we remember them, then we start changing the vision. When the new vision is implemented, we get rid of all ragadvesha, all our samsara, our bahirmukhata. We become stabilized, shanta within us. Ashantasya kuta sukham, shantasya sada sukham. We become shanta, we realize the self. Thank you. सर्वं श्रीरामादि श्रीरामार्पणं वशिष्ठादि ऋषीणां चरणारविन्दार्पणम्. ओम पूर्णमदः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणम् अस्तु. मस्त मस्त है ना टेक्स्ट. थैंक यू. लेट अस स्टडी लघु वाक्य वृत्ति लिटिल.